Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was fixing my coffee a little late. My husband bought me this new coffee mug, a cup of happy. He said it reminds him of me. And it matches my shirt today. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to Success My Way with Lakisha. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Mama Davis. Good morning. Please say good morning to me in the chat. It's a beautiful Saturday. It is finally sunny outside. So I know I have to go outside today. That's going to be part of my self love today. I have to go outside because it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning. Glad to see you. I'm really excited. That's good. I'm really excited about our topic today. We are talking about letting toxic people go. This is a very serious topic, y'all. So you're going to see me get a little serious with this, but I think it is a topic that is very important. Again, the reason why I'm doing this whole series on the word let, okay? So I'm doing 4 videos on the word let. So last week we did let haters hate, and that was fun. Now, this week we are going to be talking about letting toxic people go. So go ahead and get your pen and paper out. Get your pen and paper out while I'm talking about logistics, because we're about to get into it in 1 second. Good morning, Janet. How are you? I hope it's nice where you all are. I hope you're having a blessed Saturday. It's been a good week for me. I've been doing a bit of traveling, and I won't have to travel for work until September. So I'm happy about that. And I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here with you today. Hi, Mary. Good morning. So glad to see you. So get your pen and paper out. I have mine. This is my new notebook with my Success My Way logo on it. I'm really excited about this notebook, and I have been using it to take all my notes in. I absolutely love it. Last week we talked about haters, y'all. So make sure if you missed that video, make sure you go back to that video and look at that video. That was a really good video. But I had something I want to share with you all last week that I forgot to share about haters. So I'm going to share that right now. It was an acronym that I saw about haters. It spells out haters, Haters. And it says haters stands for having anger towards everyone reaching success. Ooh, I thought that was so good. I was like, I cannot not share that. So if you have your pen and paper, write that down. Haters is an acronym for having anger towards everyone reaching success. So I want to make sure I share that before I move forward. I'm also an author of a book called Try Success, It Won't Bite: How to Live Your Best Life Through 10 Principles of Self-Excellence. Here's the back of the book. This book is available on Amazon. So if you haven't gotten it yet, make sure you get it. Give it away to family and friends as gifts. If you know anybody who is struggling with success, either they are trying to transition into something, they're feeling overwhelmed with life, they don't understand their purpose or where to go. That's why I wrote this book. It is like a little life coach in a book. So make sure you get that book. Also, I'm excited to announce that I am starting Success My Way Academy again. It is going to be starting October 1st. You will be seeing posts about it in the Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group, make sure you get in the Facebook group. I give out free things there. I talk about everything, all of the products and services I do there. And we just have a good time and do positive quotes. And we just have a good time over there in the Success My Way Facebook group. And if you want to join, the link is in the description. Good morning. All right, my tribe is here. Good morning, Lee. Good morning, Michelle. All right. All right. Let's get started. So today is the second video in the series called Let. And let, I don't even know why I chose that one word let, but I felt like in this day and age, we just need to understand life and let life be, and let ourselves be able to be authentic selves, right? So that's why I chose the word let. Um, Stay tuned because next week, um, well, next week I'm going to a birthday party. So yeah, I might have to do a video next week because I forgot I gotta go to a serious. It's a serious birthday party. It's my girlfriend's 50th. It's serious, okay? So I'm gonna be at her party. It's like a party weekend, one of those things. So I may not be able to be on here live next week, but I'll try to get a video in next week. And next week I wanted to talk about letting um letting go of your chains, letting go of your chains. So that's next week. But today we're talking about letting go of toxic people. So anyway, what is a toxic person? Do you know what a toxic person is? Like, what is a toxic person? You can put in the chat. Y'all know I like when y'all talk to me. Put in the chat. What is a toxic person? What do you think a toxic person is? Hi, Candace. Good morning. How are you? All right. So while you're typing that, I am going to tell you what I found in my studies. A toxic person is a negative person in your life that exploits you, that drains you, that leaves you emotionally exhausted, and they really, really wring the life out of you. That is a toxic person. And you may not have a toxic person in your life right now, but somewhere in the span of your life, you have or will encounter a toxic person. So I am going to talk to you about how to deal with them and how to let them go. Okay. But before I do, I wanted to get into like what a toxic person is so you can put these energies towards the right people. Just because somebody is not agreeing with you or giving you feedback, that doesn't mean they're toxic. No, toxic is deeper, it's longer, it's a chronic. It is something that is built. It is a person that does stuff that's built to destroy your soul. That's different. That's different from somebody giving you feedback about something. Okay. I'm talking about those people whose mission is to destroy you. Okay. That's a toxic person. Okay. Okay, I got some answers in. Lee said, yes, the draining. They don't accept your boundaries. Very good, Lee. Yes, they do not accept. They don't know what a boundary is. Matter of fact, they create your boundaries. How about that? How about a toxic person will create the boundaries for you? And usually they're not adequate boundaries for you. For them, it'll be just right. So I want to give you some characteristics or traits of a toxic person first, and then we're going to move into how to deal with them. Okay. Yes. The first way you know you're dealing with a toxic person is that they abuse you. They either abuse you physically or they abuse you emotionally. See, their job is to bring you down all the way to the ground, almost like they can control you like a puppet. That's their goal. So the only way another human that got two arms and two legs like you can control you is if they can convince you that you are nothing. Pause. Have you ever been in a relationship where somebody treated you like you were nothing? It could have been family, it could have been friends, it could have been a spouse. You felt like nothing, but you would justify it. That's abuse, y'all. That is abuse. And I want to say right now, I'm not even getting into how to, you got to cut off an abuser immediately. Immediately. The quicker you can get out of an abusive relationship, the better. And I'm not just talking about physical, I'm talking about emotional, which is sometimes is worse. Emotional too. The longer you stay in an abusive relationship, the bigger the damage is to you. Okay. It's a life and death situation. So I put abuse first because I want you to understand clearly, if you are being abused, if you are being stomped down to the ground emotionally and physically, run to the nearest exit, get help, get somebody, call a 1-800 number, call a friend, and get out. Okay. So that is the number one of the strongest characteristics of a toxic person. They abuse you. All right, let's get into the lighter stuff, which is not really light, but it's just lighter than abuse. The second way you know somebody is toxic is that they manipulate you. They manipulate you, and they're very good at it. They manipulate you so much that sometimes you don't even know the truth from the lie. Okay. um, I talk about this a lot, and maybe I should do a video on this, but I talk about gaslighting a lot. When people are manipulating you, they gaslight you. And if you had never heard of that term before, gaslighting means I am saying things and doing things to you to make you question your reality. Gaslighting is when I'm telling you something, or I'm making you do something that questions your reality. So I'm going to give you an example of gaslighting. If someone says, if you saw somebody um, doing something wrong and you say, I saw you doing that, the gaslighter will say, you didn't see me do that. What you talking about? You ain't see me do that. You tripping. You tripping. I ain't do nothing. You ain't see me do nothing. That's gaslighting. They're manipulating you and making you question your reality. The reality is you did see them do it, but they're doing things, they're saying something to make you question what you saw. So, and also when someone is like gaslighting you, they're making you seem like you didn't see it, but also they're making it seem like you are doing something wrong and they are righteous and always right. Like when you do something, they'll make a big deal out of it, but when they do something, you are delusional. You ever hear somebody call you delusional? But how can you be delusional about your own reality? That's gaslighting. I'm not delusional. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So an abuser is manipulative and they gaslight. They make you question your reality. Okay. Or they might say something like, you might say, oh, look, I got my certificate in doing hair. I got my cosmetology certificate. And it was like, yeah, who paid you to get that? Who paid you to get that certificate? Okay, that's gaslighting. Just be happy for me that I graduated. Why you have to say as if I'm not smart enough to graduate, so somebody must have had to pay me to get the certificate? That's gaslighting. Okay. And so when you recognize gaslighting, you have to deal with it immediately. Like, no, that's your reality, not mine. No, I know what I saw. Like, you can't give in. You can't be like, well, why did that person say that? Don't even try to rationalize it. It's irrational. The next way the next way you know that you're dealing with a toxic person is they take advantage of your kindness. They take advantage of your kindness. So we have people in this world who are beautiful people, who have the gift of helps, who love helping. Don't ever help a toxic person because they're going to take advantage of it. I'm just telling you what I know. You being kind to a toxic person, an abuser, a manipulator, is their fuel. They're going to take your kindness and they're going to use it against you. They're going to manipulate you and they're going to actually use you. You're going to feel used for your kindness with a toxic person. So make sure you are aware of that too. If you are kind, don't let people take advantage of your kindness. Don't let them use your kindness against you or call you weak because you're kind. That I hear that a lot where they're saying, oh, you're just a weak person. No, kind people are extremely strong. Weak people manipulate, and they're evil. It's easy to be evil, and you have to work at being positive. You have to work at being kind. There's no work in being evil and nasty. That takes no work. Okay. So that you don't want them. So watch when somebody's taking advantage of your kindness. They may be a toxic person in your life. Another trait of a toxic person is that they take things out on you. Now, like sometimes I take stuff out on my husband. I do, because that's what he's just right there. He just right there at the moment. But this is not the same. This is when it's constant. It's constant sarcasm. It's constant judgment. It's constant preying on your insecurities. Like you ever hear people say, they hit me in the jugger, or they went deep, or they cut me like a knife. You ever hear people say that? They cut me like a knife. That's taking things out on you. That's toxic. Especially if they do it over and 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 over. Every time you talk to them, they got to cut you some kind of way. They got to cut you. They got to do a dig. It can't just be, oh, you are doing wonderful. You're doing a great job. But if it was me, I would do it this way. Why you got to add that little piece at the end like that? I'm just saying. So y'all talk to me. Y'all understand this? Like, have you encountered people like this? Y'all talk to me and let me know if you know anybody like this. Okay. Two more ways you've encountered a toxic person. And then we're gonna talk about how to let those jokers go. All right. Okay. Um, Another thing is that a toxic person never compromises. They're always right. Okay. Um, they want to only do things their way. If stuff is not done their way, all hell breaks loose. They don't care about you. They only care about themselves and their well-being. This is a toxic person. We call them spoiled. If you call somebody spoiled, just watch that, because spoiled is what we say about babies. Why are we saying that a grown 60-year-old is spoiled? I don't understand. I don't understand that. You 60 and you spoiled? No, you toxic. Babies are spoiled, and it's good to spoil babies. But when are you 60 years old talking about you spoiled? What you talking about? You spoiled at 60? Everybody got to do what you say at 60. You always right at 60. We go to the party. You ever been out with your friends, and every time you're around a toxic person, they manage to turn everything on its head and make it about them? It's not even their birthday. It's not their birthday. And they turn it around and make it all about them. Okay? That's that never compromise kind of toxic. You got to be careful about that too. Other people want their flowers. Why all the flowers got to be given to you? I'm just saying. All right, everybody says yes. Janet said, I will finish watching later. Okay, thanks, Janet. You telling the truth. Thanks for sharing. I'm just saying. All right, and then the last way you're dealing with a toxic person that I have on here is that they play the victim. Oh, they professional victims, honey. These are the people who went to school for victimhood. Okay? These people always being a victim of somebody. It's always somebody else's fault. That's a toxic person. Why is it always somebody else's fault? Like you don't do nothing wrong. Like you're not from this planet. Like what are you talking about? If they get mad, it's your fault. And if you get mad, it's your fault. If they get mad, it's your fault. And if you get mad, it's your fault. Everything is about blame, 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 blame. You know what? I was going to do that, but they walked in the door. Now I don't feel comfortable. Huh? Because somebody walked in the door, now you're a victim there? I just can't take it. My life is over. I just can't take it because everybody's just everybody's just ignoring me. Blame, blame. That's a toxic person. All right, so those are just a few examples of toxic people. Yeah, y'all probably got some more, but those are the ones that I said. So let's talk about letting these toxic people go. Now that we understand, I gave you a clear understanding of what a toxic person is. If you have a person like this in your life, let's talk about how to deal with them. And remember what I said. If you are part of an abusive relationship, get out immediately. Do not stop. Press go and get out of it, because the longer you stay in a relationship with a toxic person, the lower they take you. They take you down to a bottomless pit, and you don't want to go there. Um so the first thing I want to say about letting toxic people go is that it is not your job to save anybody. It's not your job. A lot of us think, oh, if I could only do this with this person, I know they do. All this person needs to know is that I really care and I really love them. Y'all, none of that works. None of that works. No matter what you do, it does not matter what you do. It does not matter how kind you are. It does not matter how much you love them. It does not matter how much you put them in front of yourself. They're going to be toxic. You cannot stop a toxic person. You cannot turn a toxic person around. The only thing you can do is realize that it's not your job to save them, and cut and sever that relationship. Cut and sever it. I'm not talking about somebody who may have had a bad day. I'm not talking about somebody who blames here and there. I'm talking about somebody who's constantly like that, who, when they come around you, they make you gulp. I'm talking about the person who personifies toxicity. That's the type of person I'm talking about, get away from. That's what I'm talking about. Michelle said, is a constant complainer. Yes, always winning, complaining, and woe is me. Always whining, complaining. Yes, Michelle, I didn't get into all the different types of toxic, but that is one of them. Absolutely. Somebody who is a complainer, who complain about this, complain about that, and then you talk to them on the phone. Yeah, my life is just a big box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Who want to talk to that person all day? I want to hurry up and get off the phone. You don't want to be around somebody complaining. I notice even at work. At work, where is the complainer? Is the complainer at the top of the work chain, or they at the bottom? I'm just saying. Usually, people who complain stay down here, because they spend all their energy complaining. They can't even muster enough energy to try to move ahead. And nobody wants to be around them. So how can you lead people and you a complainer? It does not match. So nobody wants to be around a complainer. And if you live with a complainer, good God about it. Because they live with you and they complain it all the time. You might need to take frequent vacations. I'm just saying. Yes, complaining all the time is highly toxic. Mary said, always inviting you to a pity party. Yes. They're downer. They always downing. They're pity party. They come around. Yeah, y'all hear about the nuclear war? Yeah, the nuclear weapons going to hit us tomorrow. What? We had a birthday party. What you talking about? We had a birthday party. You talking about nuclear weapons? Get out of here. So when I'm at a party, if I sit next to a complainer, I move. I just get out the way. Sometimes you just need to let people be who they be and get out their way. All right. All right. So I need somebody to take notes at this point, because these are the 18 ways to deal with and let go of these toxic people. We got to go through 18 ways. I don't know how much time y'all got. I got 30 minutes. All right, come on, let's go. Let's get started. 18 ways. I got about a minute per thing. 18 ways. Here we go. Somebody in the chat, write these down for me. All right. Number one, identify who the toxic people are. So that's why at the top of this video, I went through what a toxic person is. I defined a toxic person. I gave you some examples. Because if you cannot identify a toxic person, you are not going to know that you need to run for the hills. You're not going to know. You're just going to think, oh, we've been friends a long time. And now identify the toxic people in your life based on what Lakisha just said. Who are the toxic people in my life? And they can be anywhere. They can be at your job, they can be at your house, they can be at the party, they can be at the grocery store. Okay. This will be helpful for you to help other people. So you yourself may have wisdom and knowledge about yourself, and you may have high self-esteem. You don't have any toxic people in your life like me. I ain't got time for toxic people. I don't have no toxic people in my life. But you may see somebody else with a toxic person in their life, then you use this information to help them. Okay, so this information is good for everybody. I suggested you subscribe to this channel, share this channel with share, especially this video. Share this video with other people so they can get some strategies. We need some strategies when you're dealing with toxic people. Thank you, Michelle. So identify them and accept that they are toxic. Y'all, I have encountered people like this. They identify who's toxic, but they don't accept that they're toxic because it's a negative connotation, right? It's negative. You talking about my mama? My mama complains all the time. You saying my mama is toxic? They be ready to fight you because they haven't accepted that their mama is toxic. Yes, your mama can be the toxic person in your life. Yes, she can. So identify and accept that the person in your life is toxic. That's number one. Because if you cannot accept that the person in your life is toxic, then you are going to be in a world of trouble. You're going to waste years of your life. And if you're in an abusive situation, you could possibly eventually lose your life. And see, we don't want that. So identify the toxic people in your life and accept that, yes, they are toxic. Okay. Number two is notice if they always have drama. Who in your life always have drama? You got to notice that. Sometimes we walk away blind. We deal with people, we say, oh, look at them, they're just dramatic. But some people are just dramatic in the moment, and some people are dramatic, period. I mean, they just live a life of drama. Every time you turn around, something's going on with them, and it's always negative. And the problem with this is that negativity is heavy. It's almost like you can touch negativity. It's almost like you can feel negativity. Negativity is strong and it projects on other people. So if you're dealing with a highly dramatic person who always got something going on in their life that's wrong and they always right, they're going to project that negativity onto you, and then it's going to affect you. See, negative people are very powerful. They make other people's lives negative. So you have to identify and notice when you're dealing with somebody who personifies negativity. Okay. Number three, know the difference between love and loyalty when it comes to a toxic person. There is a difference, y'all, between love and loyalty. A toxic person is not loyal to nobody but themselves. Come on, y'all. We getting deep now. We getting deep. Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Click the share. Y'all, a toxic person is not loyal. And they love, but their love is toxic. A toxic person can love, but it's distorted love. It's not that pure, sanctified love. It always hurts me because I used to be a teacher and I love kids. I still love kids, even though I don't work with them every day, but I love children. And I found out, being a teacher, I had to call CPS because some kids were being abused by their parents. And I found out that through this experience that children still love their parents, even though their parents abuse them. They still love their parents. They still seek validation from their parents, even though if they're in an abusive situation. Unconditional loyalty. That's loyalty. That's something you're not going to see from the abuser. The abuser going to tell you they love you. And they probably right. They probably do love you, but it's a distorted love. You better be careful. Some of them love you to death. You better be careful about a toxic person's love. It's a different kind, but they cannot be loyal. So identify if the difference between love and loyalty, because that's going to help you let the person go. Come on, y'all. Come on. We getting deep now. We getting deep. That's going to help you let them go. If they're not loyal to you, if they love you without the loyalty, it's one thing to be loyal, because when you love somebody, loyalty. So let me break this down. When you love somebody, loyalty should automatically be part of the package. Come on. If you love somebody, loyalty is wrapped up in it already without even saying it. If I say, I wish I was loved, I'm automatically saying, I wish somebody was loyal to me. Come on, y'all. Y'all ain't saying nothing. But when you have successfully separated love from loyalty, that's distorted and that's toxic. Come on. So you have to identify the difference between love and loyalty. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Cheryl said, love this topic, girl. You are telling the truth. Thank you, Cheryl. Good to see you. All right, let's keep going. What number we on? I need to look at what Michelle got. 3. Okay, thank you, Michelle. We're on 4. 4 is stop answering to toxic people. Oh, this is good. Stop answering to toxic people. The toxic people call you, answer, yes. The toxic person said, you must have got somebody to pay you to get that. You had no, I didn't get anybody to pay. Why are you answering them? They're gaslighting you. No, don't answer them. Stop answering to, stop explaining. Okay, let me say it a different way. Stop explaining yourself to toxic people. They use that as fuel against you. Don't you know that? Some of us have a need to explain. Well, the reason why I said I saw you is because, oh, you ain't see me. You ain't see me. See, you delusion. You crazy. Call your mother. I got to tell your mother how crazy you are. What? They use you wanting to explain and answer to them against you. Do not answer to toxic people. And how do you know that you're answering to a toxic person? Because when you do, they make you feel like a child. They make you feel like a child explaining yourself to your parent. Now, let me tell you something. I'm 46. Yeah, I ain't ashamed to say it. I look good. Let me tell you something. If I got to answer to another 46-year-old like I'm a child, come on. I got to tell them where I'm at and where I'm going and what I'm doing and explain to them that I'm not trying to hurt them. Get out of here. You 46? I'm 46. You think I'm going to answer to you? Let me tell y'all something. I've been married for 25 years. I don't even have to answer to my husband. What y'all talking about now? That's toxic. That's not normal. People think that's normal. Oh, people think that's love. Oh, they love me because they call me every 5 minutes. No, they don't. That's kind of stalkerish. That's kind of, why are they calling you every 5 minutes and then gaslighting you and saying you're out with somebody? Well, you must not want to be with me. Get out of here. Get out my face. Girl, child. No, that's toxic. Don't answer to nobody, especially if they grown and you grown. Why I gotta answer to you? That don't make no sense. Hi, Tia. Lee said that's hard because they got you trained. Come on. And see, that's why I'm trying to untrain you. Why does another adult got you trained? Like you a pet or puppet? Adults train pets and they train puppets. I'm not a pet or a puppet. You ain't gonna train nobody over here. I'm just saying. So if you feel like you are a child being trained or you feel like a pet being trained, get the heck out of the relationship. Run. Run to the nearest exit. Yes, Lee said they training you to pick up the phone. That's abuse. You training me to pick up the phone when you call? I can't even say that without getting mad. You ain't gonna train me to pick up no phone to call you because I'm scared you gonna get mad. What? That's how you know it's toxic. I'm just letting y'all know that's not normal and it's not love. That's toxic. All right, the next one is avoid playing into their reality. Avoid playing into their reality. Toxic people want the whole world to be about them, and they want you to always be in their world. They're never in your world. They don't give a damn about your world. So you have to recognize when somebody only cares about you being in their world. You ever talk to somebody and you listening intently to everything they got to say about their world, and then you start talking about your problems and they got to go? They don't care about you. They don't care about you, your feelings, your life, your situation. Let me tell you about good people in your life. Good people in your life, they listen, they care. Good people in your life ask you questions about your life. A toxic person, they don't want to ask you no question. They ask you a question in a mad way. Oh, your mom in the hospital? Oh, is she okay? They don't really want to ask you that. It's like it hurts them to ask you something about your life because you in their world. Don't play into their reality. You have a reality too, and they have to respect yours. Number 6, don't get drawn in. So, y'all, please go on Google and study gaslighting, study toxic people and getting drawn in. The more a toxic person can draw you in, the more they, like Lee said, they're going to train you. They're training you. They're not only training you, they're testing you. Let me back up. Let me back up. Let me back up. Toxic people, before they even train, they're not training you when they first meet you. And I'm talking about, I don't care if I'm talking about a boyfriend or a friend or family member. It's all the same. They're not training you when they first meet you. When they first meet you, they're testing you. They're testing to see if they can get away with blaming you for this. They're testing you to see if they can manipulate you over here with that. They're testing you to see if they can gaslight you over there with that. It's a series of tests they take you through. They're very methodical. Once they take you through this test and they realize they can do anything to you they want, the training begins. I'm exposing these toxic people's secrets. Once they realize that after a series of tests, you have passed all their tests, you give in, you are answering to them, you're picking up the phone and just catering to them in spite of yourself, they got you. And you're getting drawn in and you're sinking into the sunken place. Like Get Out. Y'all see that movie Get Out? You going to the sunken place. Like Get Out. You are preaching to the chair. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm glad y'all let me know if this content makes sense to you and if it's something that's helping you and blessing you. Because I'm telling you, this is something we all need to know. All right, what number am I on? 6. Okay, number 7. Pay attention to how they make you feel. Whoo, I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones. Pay attention to how they make you feel. Yeah, your feelings are valid. Don't let a toxic person tell you your feelings don't matter. They make you feel like your feelings are invalid. That's how you know it's a toxic person. They deny and discount and dismiss your feelings. Your feelings matter. If you see that somebody is dismissing, discounting, misinterpreting your feelings, get out because they don't know you. They don't know the real you. And they don't want to know the real you. In fact, matter of fact, yes, they do because they're manipulative. They know the real you, but they're going to treat you as if they don't know the real you. You know, I look at a lot of documentaries and things online about like abusive men in relationships. Um, and I look at men because they're the primary abusers in a relationship. Men are primary abusers. It's a fact. Or the male-like figure. The male-like figure in a relationship is the abuser most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. And um, what I realize is that they have fake feelings. Like that's how they draw you into their feelings are fake. They'll fake cry, or they'll put on like a performance. It's like now it's time to perform that I'm sad, and they're not really sad. So they manipulate you by telling you your feelings aren't valid, and they manipulate you by making it seem like they got feelings and they don't. So this feeling thing is very serious. You can be manipulated by them acting like they're hurt, especially abusers. And that's the cycle. They abuse you, then they do a real grand apology. Oh, it's a grand apology. It's a fake performance of an apology to keep you. Then it's a lull. They don't abuse you for a while. And then another abuse happens. They do a grand apology with a lot of feeling. And then there's a lull. And then they abuse you again. This is actually the cycle of abuse. If you find that you are in this cycle, or if you know somebody in this cycle, please get them help. That's toxic to a dangerous level. Okay. So be careful with the feelings. All right. Number 8. Number 8 is to simply move on. How to let them go? Move on. And y'all, the only way you can move on in a toxic relationship is to know your worth. Come on. You got to know your worth. You got to know that you're worth more than being treated like an abusive child. You are an adult. You are worth more than people talking to you any kind of way. You are worth more than somebody invalidating your feelings, invalidating your reality. You're worth more than that. Know your worth. So you have to move on. And moving on requires you to do the work of knowing your worth. Am I worth being treated like this? Absolutely not. Nobody on this world is worth being treated like that. Just simply move on. Number 9. This is good. Number 9 is don't wait for an apology because it's not coming. That's number 9. A toxic person is not going to apologize. If they do, it's manipulative. They don't, because they think they're right. They're not going to apologize. Don't wait for an apology from a toxic person. You're not getting it. It's honestly not worth waiting for. I'm gonna say that again. The toxic person is not going to apologize. Is not coming. And guess what, y'all? It ain't worth waiting for the apology either. I was watching a documentary on Richard Pryor. Oh, it was a really good documentary. Anybody see that documentary on Richard Pryor? It was like on HBO or Showtime or something. And Richard Pryor, at one point, he lost all his money. He lost all his money before he got real big and started doing the movies. He had lost his money when he was a stand-up comedian. He had built a little wealth. And then it was a black man that he trusted, that he loved. I think he actually loved this man who was his lawyer that stole from him. He stole millions of dollars from Richard Pryor. And they said that Richard Pryor was more obsessed with getting an apology from this man than getting his money back. And I was like, say what? They said Richard Pryor was more obsessed with this man apologizing for what he did than getting his money back. So Richard Pryor actually made the man apologize in writing. But it took It took the man like years to give him that apology. Richard Pryor waited years for that man to apologize. It was it worth it? To me, it wasn't worth it. Just give me my money. I'll leave you alone. But I'm just saying that I know some of y'all are obsessed. They didn't apologize. Why didn't they apologize? Don't be sitting there waiting for no apology. Just move on. All right, number 10. Focus on healthy relationships. I like this one. Focus on healthy relationships, y'all. Focus on the good people in your life. Sometimes we ignore all the good people because we spending all our time with the toxic person. Come on, y'all. Come on. Why we do that? Why we do that? All the good people in our life just standing by, waiting for us to engage with them. But the toxic person. I can't go. I can't go to your anniversary. I can't go to a hospital. Give your energy to healthy relationships. Now they're worth it. Now, who's worth giving your time, energy, and love to? Your healthy people in your life. Where they at? Where they at? Do you know where they at right now? You know you're dealing with a toxic person when you feel guilty not talking to your healthy relationships. You ever see somebody you ain't talked to in a long time and you start crying? That's guilt. That's guilt that you haven't spoken to them in a long time because you all wrapped and tied up in that toxic person. And not only that's guilt, that's sadness. Because you wish you could talk to that healthy person, but you can't because you wrapped and tied up and drawn into the you just sucked into the world of the toxic person. So you sad that you haven't talked to your good person in a long time. Don't do that. And a toxic person ain't gonna want you to talk to your healthy relationships because they know that's dangerous for the toxic. It's dangerous for the toxic person to know that you're talking to healthy relationship because that means your self-esteem gonna come up and your self-worth gonna come up and you're gonna do things and realize that this person shouldn't be in your life. They don't want you to talk to your healthy relationships. If you're in a relationship with anybody that don't want you to talk to your friends, get the heck out. That's abusive and it's toxic. All right. Number 11. Stop making excuses for them. Oh my gosh. Let me drink my coffee on this one. That kind of makes me sad when I see people making excuses for their abusers, their manipulators, their gaslighters. Because that means they're gone past the line. It's like, I need a line. It's like this is a line. You done crossed it when you are making excuses for your abuser. Stop making excuses for the person who's treating you bad. Oh, they just doing it because they thought I didn't love them. Say what? They didn't mean it that way. For real? Oh, they got you. They are very methodical. Let me tell you about toxic people. They smart. They smart as a whip. They do everything intentionally. Everything intentionally. So stop making excuses for them. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Mm-mm. Do they make excuses for you when you mess up? Come on. I'm just saying. Do they make excuses for you when you mess up? Or do they beat you down to a pulp when you mess up? So stop making excuses for the toxic people in your life. Don't do it. They're doing it. They mean to do it. And they're doing it well because their whole goal is to tear you down. So they got to do these things to tear you down. So you making excuses for them, all their tactics for tearing you down. Don't do that. All right. I gotta look at my number because I'm off. Okay. I'm looking at, thank God for Michelle writing it down. Michelle, thank you for writing the number because I wouldn't know where I was. All right. Number 12. Lee said they want you to need their acceptance. Who wants you to need their acceptance? The toxic person? Who are you talking about? You talking about the toxic person or the one getting abused by the toxic person? Who are you talking about, Lee? Number 12. Let go of the fantasy. Woo! Y'all, I love this one too. Yes. Yes, the toxic person, they want you to rely on them. They want you to rely on them and accept everything that they're doing to you because that's part of the manipulation. If I can get you to believe anything I say, then I can do anything I want to you. That's their tactic and the goals. All right. Yes, you gotta let it go. Let go of the fantasy. Woo, that's why you see me sitting back on this one right here. Especially us women. Us women are trained to want fantasy. Fantasy traps us in toxic relationships. Oh, I'm gonna say that again. Fantasy traps us in toxic relationship. We have been trained to be in fantasy since children. You ever watch them Disney movies? You ever watch Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast? I hate those movies. I never told my daughter to watch those movies. To this day, she don't even know why. Why mommy ain't never make me watch Disney and Beauty and the Beast? Nah. Cause them little Disney movies, they treat you how to be codependent. We'll talk about that later. But the fantasy part, my knight in shining armor. Oh, I want somebody to love me so much they just can't live without me. You know what the toxic person does with your fantasy? They use it against you. In the beginning of a relationship with a toxic person, they ask you a lot of questions. They want to get to know you because every single thing you say, every fantasy you say you wish you had, they're going to give it to you in the beginning. They're going to give you every fantasy. You're like, oh, I wish I had a man to open doors for you. They're going to open the doors for you. Oh, I wish, I always wanted a best friend who went out clubbing with me. They're going to go out clubbing with you. They're going to do whatever you say. They're going to give you a fantasy until they get you. And then it's the bait and switch. They're going to turn like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. If you are in a relationship with somebody who at first was your fantasy and now they're your nightmare, get out. They're toxic and possibly abusive. You want to be with the same person that opened the door when y'all first met should be the same person opening the door 25 years later. My husband, I never say to my husband, open my door. And every time we go out, he opens my door. I never say it. I don't have to say it. I got 25 years of my husband opening the door for me. With a toxic person, you got about a year, maybe 2. That's it. I have to say. All right. What's the next number? 13. Make your last encounter with them brief. So once you let them go, make your last encounter brief with them. They're going to say, oh, let me talk to you. Oh, can you just talk to me? Oh, I just want to have a conversation with you. No, and more no. You got 1 second and on the phone, not in person. Make your encounter. And I'm sorry, y'all, this thing got stuck. Oh, my little charm, oh, there it is. Okay, sorry, y'all. My little charm, I got my little Christmas charm on. It got stuck. Anyway, make your encounter with this person brief because if you don't, they know how to get you. They're gonna reel you back in like a you ever went fishing and they lean back like this? That's how they do. They're gonna reel you back in like this. So make your last encounter with them short, sweet, and brief, or just don't have one. With abusers, you're not even supposed to have a last encounter. You're just supposed to leave cold. You're supposed to leave cold with an abuser. You're not supposed to talk. You're supposed to just ghost them. So, but make your last encounter brief. All right, number 14. Oh, this is interesting. Write a letter. Write a letter. Don't even talk to them. Write a letter. I'm leaving. Thank you. Bye-bye. Or write a letter to yourself. Girl, you worth it. Put it in writing and release it. All right, that's self-explanatory. Number 14. I need to read. Okay. Number 14. Give yourself a deadline to leave them. This is a good one, actually. Give yourself a deadline to leave them. So if you know you want to leave a toxic person, say, I'm going to be out of here on, I don't know, August 20th. I'm going to be out of here on August 20th. This is ridiculous. And don't share with the toxic person your deadline, please. But give yourself a deadline. It's like you're making it a goal to get away. Some people can cut people off really easily, like me. And some people you need to wean yourself off, but don't wait too long. Don't say, oh, I'm gonna give myself a whole nother year. Nah, don't do that. But give yourself a deadline. All right, number 15, and we have 18, so we got 3 more to go. Thanks for hanging in there with me, y'all. Make sure y'all click that like button if y'all like what y'all hear, and subscribe and share. All right, number 6. Oh wait, no, number 16. Yes, allow yourself. Oh, I like this one. Ooh. Allow yourself to be heartbroken. Oh my gosh, yes. Y'all, it is okay for you to be sad. So, you know what? You know what I realized? Some people don't let go of their toxic person because they don't want to be sad. But it's okay. Lakisha is telling you it's okay to be sad. And it's okay to be hurt. And it's okay to be heartbroken. It is part of the human experience. Don't negate it. Don't run from it. I'd rather you be sad. I'd rather you be hurt. And I'd rather you be heartbroken than to stay in a toxic relationship with a family member, friend, or a significant other. I'd rather you be sad because guess what? You being heartbroken is only going to be temporary. You're going to have to move on after that. Humans are very resilient. You'll move on after that. But if you stay with a toxic person, it's going to be very hard to move on. And when you do, the more you stay with a toxic person, the more harder it is to get away from them. So get away from them, sit in your heartache, sit in your heartbrokenness, and you will be fine. You will be fine. And it's okay. You have every right to cry. You know, as a Black woman, I have been trained that crying is weakness. I cannot cry at work. As a Black woman, I cannot cry at work because crying is a sign of weakness. Even though my white women can cry all the time, and it's never being looked at as a sign of weakness. It's just how it is in America. So I remember a white man asking me, why can't Black women cry? Like he didn't even understand. Because, you know, I don't want to get into history, but since slavery, we have been treated like men. In slavery, we would get punished like men. We would endure like long hours of work like men. We have been treated hard. And so it's a stereotype of the strong Black woman. The strong Black woman is like atypical feelings. It's a person that never has feelings. A person can take every hit. A Black woman can take every hit and she'll be all right. I want to say that I personally, I know I'm strong, but I don't want to be considered strong to the detriment of my feelings. I have feelings like every other woman in this world. I have feelings. So yes, I want to cry sometimes and it's okay. Yes, I feel hurt sometimes And it's okay. I was looking at TikTok, and it was this black girl on there, and she was crying and smiling at the same time. It's like weird. She was like wiping her tears with a smile on her face. And she was like smiling through the hurt. I don't want to smile through my hurt. I just want to have the freedom and the privilege to hurt and nobody thinking I'm weak. Y'all see what I'm saying? Or nobody thinking that I'm not strong because I'm have feelings. So I want to say it's okay to be heartbroken. Sit in that. Articulate it. Can you say it? It's okay. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I felt like I had to stay right there for a second. All right. Number 17. Only your truth matters. Ooh. A toxic person will tell you your truth doesn't matter. But au contraire, the opposite is true. The only truth on this entire world that matters is yours. So if you want to let go of a toxic person, you must realize that your truth is valid. What you saw is real. That you feeling like you being manipulated may be true. You got intuition. You got logic. Your analytics is all your truth. How you feel is true. Don't let a toxic person dismiss and discount your feelings. Your truth matters. And your people, how you know you're in a good relationship? Because of a person who really truly loves you and who is truly loyal to you honors your truth. When my husband tells me that I did something bad to him, I feel sad because I know to him it's his truth. And I quickly want to do something about it. When a toxic person hears your truth, they discount it. They say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You just being silly. That's the difference. That's 17. Okay. 18. We at the last one, y'all. 18. I have a lot here, but I'm stopping at 18. Get help from others. This is 18, y'all. Get help from others. Y'all know that you are not in it alone. You have some great people in your life who are just waiting on you to say, help me. You have great people in your life. Rely on your good friends. Talk it out with your friends. Go hang out with your friends. A lot of us were raised, what goes on this house stays, what goes on in this house stays in this house. When you don't share with others what's going on with you, it is a recipe for the toxicity to grow. If I'm a toxic person and I know that I don't have no opposition to treating you awfully, I'm going to do it. I'm going to really do it real bad. But if I know that you got all these wonderful people standing behind you that's going to check me if I do something bad to you, them toxic people think twice. So surround yourself. Do not put that toxic person in front of the people who love you. Make sure that even if you're around the toxic person, you're in a toxic relationship and you're trying to get out, you always talk to the people who care. It helps them to understand your situation and it helps you to have a release. But the main message out of all these 18 that I want to say is that you have to go. When you're dealing with the toxic person, leave. Get out of Dodge. Run. Walk. Sever. Cut. To the left, to the left. And then in the box to the left. Send them jokers to the left. Send them jokers to the left. Get rid of a toxic person. That's really the only thing you can really do for real. Just let them go. If you don't let them go, they're gonna try their best to succeed at destroying you. And you are worth way more than that. You don't deserve to be destroyed. You're worth way more than that. See, the thing about toxic people is that they hate the God in you. They hate the God in you. They can't stand it. I remember I do professional development in my career. And I remember I did a professional development and I got feedback. And everybody was giving me feedback. It was all right, some was good, some was bad. But one person was like, I can't stand the way she laughed. You hate what? Now, why would you put that in a professional development feedback? I can't stand the way she laughed. You trying to destroy me? You got the wrong one, Joker. How sad that you didn't learn anything I taught. You were just obsessed by the way I laughed. And you had to endure it for a whole hour and a half because I was laughing. I love my laugh. My laugh makes people happy. So you toxic. Well, my laugh don't make you happy. Something wrong with you. You have to know that your truth matters and your story matters. You know your story and know your story well. And don't know who you are and be your authentic self. Those are the things that toxic people don't like. They stay away from you. Like, you won't even attract toxic people if you are really understanding of yourself. If you know yourself and know your story and know who you are, the toxic people, you repel toxicity. They don't even come around you. But toxic people know who to go to. They know. Toxic people can smell low self-esteem. They can smell it. You ever know people who go from abusive relationship to abusive relationship to abusive relationship because they got the personality that attracts the toxic people. Toxic people like, oh, I can get her or him to do anything I want. Let me go over there and manipulate them. It's evil. So try it. Try building your self-worth. Try talking to your friends. Try understanding your story, who you are, where you came from, understanding your power, and watch the difference in your relationship. If you're in a relationship with toxic people, watch the difference. Watch how they start squirming. Watch how they try to gaslight you more. Watch how they try to abuse you more. They get scared. They scared of powerful people. They scared because you powerful. You think that nobody hold you down because they scared if you come up, you're going to leave them. Toxic people are hurt people too. Come on, y'all. Come on. Toxic people are hurt people too. They don't want you to leave. They don't want you to be powerful. So you got to go if you're dealing with a toxic person. They have no good intent for you. Okay? This is Success My Way with Lakisha. I'm a certified life coach. I keep it real and I love people. And I thank y'all for staying on here with me. I'm so glad y'all were on here with me. I hope this video is one that causes you to rethink your relationships, identify those toxic people, get the heck out and build your self-worth and know your power. All right? So I'm done. Next week, I'm going to do a video because I don't think I'll be able to be on here next week live. So I'm going to do a video. I don't know if I'm going to release the video on Saturday. I may release it before Saturday, but it's going to be about letting go the chains that hold you down. That's going to be a good one, y'all. letting go the chains that hold you down. So last week I did let the haters hate. Today I did letting go of toxic people. Next week I'll be doing let the chains, let go of the chains that are holding you down. That's going to be the next one. All right, y'all. Thank you, Lee. All right, y'all know what I'm about to say. Y'all know what I'm about to say. It's Self Love Saturday. What y'all doing today? What y'all doing today? I am gonna go outside. I'm looking outside. It's not a cloud in the sky. It's so pretty outside today. I gotta get out there. I gotta get out there. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna go outside. Oh, one more thing, y'all. I have another channel. I have another channel called Lakisha Loves to the number 2 plan. Lakisha Loves to plan. Y'all get over there and subscribe. It is my fun channel. I'm over there. I love the season of fall, y'all. So I'm over there doing a bunch of videos on planning, decorating. I'm going to be cleaning and decorating my house. I'm going to be filming it. So that's like the inside, that's the inside channel that you get to see my life in, other rooms other than this pink room. So if you want some fun like that, if you like decorating with me and clean with me, if you like hauls, like shopping hauls, if you like planning and planners, I did like a 3-part series on my fall planner. Y'all go over there and subscribe to that other channel. So then you can see me twice. You can see me twice. You can see me more than once a week. All right. You are so welcome. Have a blessed Saturday, everybody. And until next time, be good to yourself, be good to others, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, friends.